Hi everyone, today is day 21 of our English speaking challenge, and in today's video I'm going to talk about my my favorite subjects that I like to study and I enjoy them a lot while studying. And as you know, I read books, so I have read lots of books, not lots of, but I have read few books on these topics, and these topics are my favorite. I used to talk about them. I like to think about them, how these subjects are evolving day by day. So the first I'm going to talk about computers. As you know, we all are living in 21st century, and in our everyday life we daily use technologies like mobile, watch, machines, laptops. These are very common things we use every day in our life, but all of these things are evolved with the help of computers or with the help of science. And science is very fascinating subject because with the help of this we are evolving, we are increasing our boundaries. As you know, as per now, humans can do lots of things. They can create animals, probably you know about them, or we can create intelligence. The latest technologies we are currently living with is AI. Most of people use it every day in their life. I used them too. I used them too. But this is all. But all these things are happening with science, and as I think, happening with computers. So computer science is very interesting subject. You should also learn. Uh, you must also know basics of computers, how they think, how they designed. You have no, probably you have no. Computers think in just two digits, 0 and 1. This is called binary system. What if computer, what if advanced computer like supercomputer or quantum computer become real? If with only with only two digits, 0 and 1, computer are really too fast and we are making AIs like technologies. What if we create quantum computers? It will be really so unthinkable thing to making quantum computers and quantum computer and AIs. If we both mix them, what will happen? So computer science is really very interesting subjects. So you must know about it. And the next subject I'm going to talk about is space. As you know, we all live on Earth, and humans are living on Earth with more than 400 billions years ago. I don't know I'm saying in English right or wrong. It is in actual 4 Arab. So we are living on Earth, and so far we have discovered what is our Earth, our solar system, our galaxies, and beyond that. As you know, our galaxy name is Milky Way, and the nearest galaxy we have is Andromeda. So, in the whole universe, or in the whole omniverse, we are really too small. You can't even imagine if something, if we compare whole space to a sea, then the Earth will only be one drop in the space. Maybe you could assume, what if we pick up one drop of water from sea? The sea will not change its size. So we are exactly like a drop. Our whole Earth is like a small drop in whole universe. So let's see with our technologies how much we will able to know about our space. So one more thing, our space is made up of dark matter and dark energies. Only 5% of our space is made up with atoms. Everything we see all around are made up of atoms. But it is not true in case of space. So as currently scientists are researching and finding many things about space. So Science is really too interesting. With computers, we are evolving. With science or with space, we are seeing how small we are in a whole universe. So these are very interesting subjects for me. And let's move on to third one. It is about history. So nowadays I am also reading one more book. That book name is Sapiens. I don't know where I have put it right now. Hmm, so I am uh, could be it is in my next one. So when I was in my 11th class, around 4 or 5 years ago, I hates history, and I was from starting of my education. When I was in 10th, I really like science, and it's really too interesting for me. But in 11th class, I chose arts, and in arts, continue starting. I started to reading history, and at that time, I don't like it. I sleep all time in history classes. But now, after passing my school time and finishing my college, now I really like reading history, especially about humans, how we are evolving with time, and how many lots of things we have done so far, and lots of things we will complete, we will do in upcoming future or upcoming time. So history is also my favorite subject. I like to read about history a lot, especially about humans. And related to humans, let's move on next one. And it is about psychology. In simple words, we can say human behavior or how human really act. So as you know, and we are social animals. Humans like to live with a community, a society, and knowing how humans act, behave, what is their thinking, ideology, you will able to communicate well. Also, you will find lots of things interesting in human psychology about how people think, their ideology, why they have some faith in God. This could be another topic. Why people have faith in God, or why we have different religion on earth. So all of these things are developed with help of human psychology. So human psychology really too interesting. And if you want to, you should also know about people's by gaining knowledge, by listening podcast, books, and watching content related to psychology. So psychology is also really interesting subject for me, and I love and read it, and I love to reading about psychology, human psychology. And related to psychology, I have another space, another step with philosophy. To people who don't know philosophy, philosophy is how can I explain it? Philosophy is just lots of ideas, having lots of ideas in brain and regularly analyzing those thoughts, our ideas. Philosophy means questioning everything. What is God? Why we are here? What? Why we are on Earth? And what should we do here? And these type of question: Who create gods? Why we are living in Earth? These types of questions are answered by philosophy. And in general, philosophy is not much more applicable in our daily life. But reading philosophy is but if you read philosophy, you will find it very helpful to increase your intelligence or to increase your understanding on things around society, around universe, around ideas. So all of these are my favorite subjects. As I told you, computer science and space, history, psychology, and philosophy. So if you know this subject or if you don't know about them, about its, you should must find them. What are these and how? And if you read about it and you read about these topics, it will improve you in lots of ways by improving your intelligence, understanding, intellectuality, and lots of things. So this is all for today, and I would really find it interesting if you tell me what are your real, what are your real, what are your favorite subjects, or What topics you like to study the most? This is all for today, my favorite subjects. So let's me conclude whole one and tell me what which book you are reading currently nowadays. So this is all for today. Thank you for watching me. And don't forget to comment what are your favorites, what are your favorite subjects or topics.